All right. So it's still kind of chaotic out there, but having had sunshine today really makes a big difference. And I need to adjust my mat a little bit for you guys. Um, I was doing something else in here last night. There we go. Sorry. So, so we'll do a little bit more movement today, and we'll do relaxation certainly, and breathing, and the things we frequently do. But we'll do a little bit more movement and try to have a little bit more fun with it. So we'll start with our centering, just lifting up tall, letting go of thoughts and anything that might be on your mind, including the to-do list. That happens sometimes. Just coming inward and being aware of your own presence, knowing that you can open your crown chakra and allow your higher self to come down into your body, and you can express through your physical vehicle. Just know that if you don't experience it already, which of course you may. So become aware of that presence. Notice what you feel in relation to that presence. What do you notice? And check in with your breath, observing. Notice just what your pace is and your patterns. Kind of set point if you were talking about computers. Notice physically too if you're holding it all, or if there are glitches in the breath. Recheck your posture as you breathe. So you want to be lifted so you can breathe well. And just a little check on your nervous system. See how your nerves are. There's so much activity right now and what's going on. It's like the whole world is abuzz with communication. Just see how it feels to you. Then scan your body, checking on muscles and joints. You can add your organs to that check in. And as you relax down, just create a sphere around you like a bubble, a protective bubble, placing light in it. And as you move physically, it will move with you. Just intend for that, for it to maintain your sacred space. And you can expand it to as big as your room if you like, or you can keep it closer, just whatever feels right to you. If there's a color of light that you want to sprinkle in, make it so. And then just bring your arms out to the side and stretch them up overhead. Deep breath. And exhale down and repeat a few times to center and just attune to your breath, moving with your breath. I'd like to add as well to lift your arms up, turn to your left and lower your arms, one front, one back. And breathe it up at the side, come back to center, other side, lowering down. And breathe it up. Other side. Breathe it up. Other side. Once more to each side. To see this as cleansing your aura, your energy field, and kind of painting that light in your bubble, inside of your bubble. Last time to the side. And breathe it up. Reach up for that light from the source. Open your arms into a big V. Allow that light to funnel in to you, making you all sparkly and shimmering with brilliant light. We create it from within us and we bring it in from the source. And then let your arms down and just start to circle around in your shoulders. If you've tightened up at all, just let it loosen up. Maybe you're out in the sun and you got sunshine on your shoulders. And reverse. Breathe up, exhale down. One more. Exhale down. Good. Okay. So we're going to breathe our arms up and lean forward, hinge forward in your hips, reach and come down. Hinge in your hips to start loosening them up, lengthen in your spine. And we did this last class and it felt so good, but walk your hands over to your left thigh. You want your chest as much as possible facing your leg, and then stretch your right arm out to the side.
Pull away from that right hip. This is also toning for that area. If anybody has any muffin tops, we can tone. And then press down on your left hand, lift your right shoulder up, facing forward into a side stretch, and reach a little bit more. If you need to come in and out of it, just loosen up with it. And then align your shoulders and your hips to the front. Look up under your arm, opening your chest and shoulders. Reach on your inhale. Exhale and relax down. And lift, reaching up. We're going to lean back and switch our feet. I'm going to remove my socks while we're here. Switching. And then just reaching up and over to your right. Stretch in and out if you want, or hold, whichever you feel ready for. And come down over your leg, reaching that left arm forward, pulling away from your hip. This is also nice for the area between your shoulder blade and spine. See how that feels for you? And now press down on your right hand or your arm and bring your arm up next to your ear. Stretch it out, reach, align your shoulders facing front, look up under your arm, get good alignment for a maximum benefit, pulling away from your hip. And then reach up and come out of your stretch. All right, so now just circling around as you're seated, kind of a seated twist like we do in standing, loosening up in your spine, hips, and come around to your left, holding on to your left knee. Reach up through your spine. Take in your breath. Left hand behind you. Reach up. Exhale, use your arms to pull you in to your twist. This helps your nerves, your nervous system as well. Now, as you hold your twist, take in a breath and reach up through your crown. And turn your head looking over the front shoulder. Stretch it around. Notice how it feels. And then back into your twist. And slowly, always come out of a twist slowly, coming around to the front. Lean back, switch your feet.
And just loosening a couple more times and coming around into your right side, reaching up, a luxurious stretch, reaching up to the sky. Take in your breath. Exhale into your twist. Again, feel that area between your shoulder blade and spine. Take in your breath. Exhale as you turn your head towards the front of your mat, looking over your shoulder. Sometimes we get a little tight in those scalene muscles between your neck and shoulder. This really gets those, especially if you're pulling your shoulders down. Take in a breath and turn your head to the back. One final stretch, pressing against your edge in your spine. And slowly uncurl, coming around to the front. So stretch out your right leg, shake it out. Left leg is still bent, sole of your foot on your thigh or your knee, and just circle around in your right ankle, both directions. And then press down, get really seated well, pressing your sit bones into the floor, into the mat. Press the back of your leg down into the mat, flex your right foot, and then become aware of your left leg and just a few little pulses, pressing that knee down. Now, a further gentle stretch is to just bring your hands to the root of your thigh up by the groin, and then just press down as you like iron the muscles out, pressing and lengthening in that leg and letting it relax more. And then just press down as long as it's not painful. If you feel a little tightness, you can just back off a little bit, go to your edge and play there. And then turn your torso facing front. We'll come into a stretch over that leg, Janu Shirshasana. Bringing arms up with your breath and hinge forward in your hips. Just go to your very first point of resistance. You want a straight spine. Breathe there. Keep reaching through your arms. Keep your arms up by your ears if you can. Breathe, and as you breathe, your body gives into the stretch. It just melts. Once it stops melting and deepening, then that's your completion, and you can pause there. Now reach through your fingertips, press down in both legs, reach and use your arms to draw you up. And then open out, exhale down. And just lean back a little bit. We're going to switch legs. So just shaking out your left leg. Right foot is right in towards your thigh and circle around in that foot, the ankle. And reverse. Round and round. Okay, and then flex in the foot. Press through your heel. Press your hamstrings and the back of your knee down into the mat. And just a few pulses on that right knee. Now let your torso come around, bringing your hands by the root of the thigh and smoothing it out. Press down, lengthen away from the groin. Just a gentle stretch. And then press the knee down without causing pain. Or you might feel a little stretchy pain, but as long as you're not harming yourself, that's where our last class was, learning trust, and that's how your body learns to trust you. You listen to the sensations. Okay, and turn your torso forward. Breathe, a luxurious lift up overhead. Reach and hinge forward in that front leg. You're not coming over the leg, you're coming over center. If I didn't say that before, my apologies. So you're reaching over the leg, but not trying to pull to the side. So just allowing your body to relax into the stretch. Arms up by your ears. Reach. Keep that long spine. Neck, no wrinkles in the neck. Lengthen. And then reach to scoop it up. Fingertips lifting as you press down in your legs. Up. And then come down. Exhale. Now, some of you have enough flexibility that you can come into a half lotus with that leg still extended. So see if that works for you. Oh, my assistant has arrived. This is comfy. Yeah. So Janu Shirshasana translates actually knee to head pose. I'm sorry. Yes, knee to head. So rather than head to knee, but that's the direction you're going. But like I said before, you're in center, so that you're not trying to pull over and causing any kind of imbalance. But if it's really difficult for you to stretch over your leg when it's straight, you can bend it a little bit and still come forward, and it'll take some of the stretch off of the leg and just give you a little break from that. But we're going to come into knee to head, Janu Shirshasana. So breathe, arms up overhead. Adjust your legs to where you want them. and hinge forward over center over your leg. And relax a little bit more. Reach. And then scoop it forward. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. And we're going to switch sides and see if you're able to come into half lotus for this one. That's another reason why we did the pulsing before. It loosens that knee and the hip joint. So just get comfortable. Make sure you don't have any seams in the way. Lengthen out in the right leg. Breathe it up. Reach fingertips to the sky. Exhale. Hinge forward in the hips. Keeping arms next to your ears if you're able. Lowering yourself down. Arms next to your ears. Shanu Shirshasana. Scoop it up. Breathe. And exhale down. So we did that because there's something we're going to do a little later on in our practice, and it's a fun thing. So we'll see how we do. So just let both legs out, shake them out, loosen up in your hip joints. And swing your legs around. We're going to come into some mountain climbers. So press down really well in your palms, stretch your legs out. We'll see how we go with glasses and a headset on, but just run in place. Your pace, whatever that is, but you want to warm up your body a little more. And both feet planted in the mat. Come forward into a plank pose. Draw in your core. Shoulders away from your ears. Breathe. Nice straight line. Don't let your hips sink down. Stay in your straight line. Heels to the top of your head. Get a good plant with the balls of your feet. Bring your left leg around. Try to bring it parallel to the floor. And stretch it out. Other side. Bend your knee out to the side. Try to bring it parallel. And stretch it out. Press up into your downward facing dog. And someone's knocking at our door. We're in our downward facing dog. We just did some mountain climbers, Debbie. Glad you could make it. So just stretch it out a little bit. And some mountain climbers. Run, 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 run. Press forward into your plank. Plant the balls of your feet down. Lengthen in your neck. And again, bring your left leg out. See if you can get it parallel to the floor. And lift it up. Press into three-legged dog. Reach.
up. And let your leg down. Come back into plank pose. Plant the balls of your feet and bring your right leg out parallel to the floor if possible. And stretch it up. Three-legged dog. Reach up with your right leg. Press your left heel down. Shoulders, are they nice and warmed up now? And let your leg down. Bend your knees and rest for a couple of breaths in child's pose. You might want to circle around in your wrists. Relax. Breathe. Okay, so we're going to keep moving. So lift up into your downward facing dog. Press. So give a good stretch to the calves of your legs here as you press your heels down wherever they will reach. Tilt your hips up. Our head is in between your arms. And draw your shoulders towards your thighs. And take that left leg up into three-legged. Bend your knee and swing it into sun pose. Looking up towards the sun. And take it back into downward facing dog. Three-legged with your right leg up. And bend your knee and just swing it through into sun pose. If it doesn't make it, just grab your ankle and pull forward. No worries. Lifting your chin, honoring the sun's light. We got to see it today. Yay. All right, and then step it in, head to knee pose. We did our Janu Shirshasana, so maybe you're pretty well warmed up for this one, All right, arms out to the side. Lengthen out in your torso from your hips. Press down in the soles of your feet, root into the earth. Lift your crown. Easy on the back. Breathe arms overhead. Step your left leg back into warrior one. And come in for a prayer twist. Palms. See if you can keep your thumbs at your heart. Bring the elbow outside your leg if it'll come that far. And press.
This is one where you're supposed to look up, but it does change things. And just bring your palms back or fingertips. Step the back leg in. Again, activate your legs. Grind your soles of your feet into the ground. Arms out. Lift. And breathe, arms overhead. Reach. Soften the legs. Take your left leg back into warrior one. And palms together for your prayer twist. Going to your left. Press through the back heel. And return facing front. Step it in. Lift up, breathe, reach. And open your arms into that V, receiving sparkles from the sun, from the source. And bringing palms in. Now you may want to turn on your mat for warrior two. Take in your breath. Breathe, arms overhead. Step your feet out to the side. Five-pointed star. Heels pressing away, toes in. Legs are, here's my other assistant. Legs are engaged. All right, turn your left toes forward and separate your feet as far as you normally do, or if you want to go further, whatever works for you. Take in your breath, hips forward. Exhale, bend your knees, your left knee, and gaze over your fingertips. And come up and back into reversed. And come forward, palms facing front. Bring your fingertips down. Press against that left leg. Press down in your feet. Reach it up. Mindful of that front knee. Keep it bent. And we'll switch to the other side. Take in your breath. Openness. Feel the spaciousness. Feel your sphere that you created. Bring your fingertips above your head and come down and around. Imagine reaching for the bottom of the sphere and breathe it up. Painting more of the color that you chose, whatever that was. Sparkly, healing color. And then out into five-pointed star again. Take in your breath. Left heel's turned out, hips are forward. Exhale, bending your knee into warrior two. Gaze over your fingertips. Kitten's doing her down dog. And reversed warrior, lift, stretch, breathe. Exhale, palms forward and come down. hinging in that front hip. Whoops, watch out for your mat. Get a good stance. Plant into the earth. And then reach up, lift. Turn your toes in. We'll come in for a forward fold here. Press your heels out, toes in slightly. Lower your arms. Hinge in the hips. So a nice straight spine. Coming down over your legs. You can slide your hands down or reach for the floor. All right. And bring your palms forward. Press down on your left leg, your left foot, and just take your right leg behind you. Then that left leg, just bring the foot across, your shin coming across the long edge of your mat for a pigeon. Bring your foot forward to wherever it'll go. Stretch it out in your pigeon pose. Excuse me. You want your back knee facing down and both hips pointing forward. And lift up. So come into a bit of an arch. Reach your sternum forward, up, and back. Draw your shoulder blades down. And then walk your hands forward, coming down into a stretch over your leg. And then lift. So now this next one is preparatory, just like we did a preparation for side crow recently. This is preparation for the flying pigeon. So just bring your back knee in a little bit. The front leg, you want to bring your right arm underneath. Lift the back leg. Actually, you want that foot right into the bend of your elbow. So come down with that arm and lift your leg with you. Press that foot, that ankle right into the bend of your elbow and lift the back leg. And then lower back down. Just switch legs, bringing your right leg out for your pigeon. Bringing your hips down, reaching back with that back leg, scooping it up. The front leg, if you can, you want it parallel across your mat. And then lower yourself down over the front leg. Relax and breathe. lift back up. And here again, lift up onto the back knee. Bring your left arm under your right leg. Bring it into the bend of your elbow. Stretch out the back leg and lift. And then let the back leg down, the front hip, and bring the back leg around to the front. And bring your hips forward a little bit. Take your arms out to the side. We'll come into a knee down twist. So press down on your palms. Turn your body so that your right hip is down on the floor and stretch that leg out and come down into your knee down twist. Remember to turn your head. Shoulders on the floor. Optional, you can stretch that left leg out, reach for your big toe, pull it up by, level to your shoulder or towards your shoulder. Now, keeping your legs straight, roll your low back onto the mat. Bring your head back to center. Bring your left foot down. Bend your right knee and then slide your hips over so that you can come over onto the side of your left hip. And breathe it up. Breathe your right knee up and over. Exhale. Relax. Optional on this side as well. You can stretch that leg out. Right leg. Grab your big toe. And draw your leg up a little higher if it'll come. And keeping the legs straight, press down on your arms and shoulders. Draw your low back down onto the floor. And bend your knee. And align yourself on your mat. If you need to make any other adjustments, socks or blanket or whatever you need, take your time. And then come down for your Shavasana. Breathing in more sparkles, more light. More love. Coming in from your higher self, from the source. And allowing yourself to just bliss out. Sink down into your mat, getting closer, like you're nestling into the earth and letting her wrap her energetic arms, electromagnetic arms around you, nurturing you, grounding you, sharing her light with you. Let yourself feel good. It's your natural state, a state of well-being. As you relax, I'm going to send more sparkles and light into your body, into your sphere. Sink down deeper now. Let go a little bit more, a little bit more. Let it go. A few more minutes of relaxation. Now become aware of your body, coming back to the physical dimension. Just feel the stillness within you. You've come home to yourself, embodying your higher self, connected to the source. What could be better? Start to bring some little moves in. Excuse me. Take your head side to side. Check it out after our twists in both directions. Slide your feet together and lift your knees to your chest. Roll around a little bit, loosen up, ground into your body, bringing that piece of home with you. Come up into sitting. Bring your hands into mudra, your favorite, whatever works. Sealing in the energy, the light, the benefits of your practice today. And then bring your palms into prayer hands, Anjali Mudra. A little bow of the head, honoring your higher self and all the guidance it provides for you. May you walk in peace and joy and happiness. Namaste, everybody.